You won't see this coming. A different and delicious warm salad. Hello, tired of always eating the same thing? Well, let me show you a recipe that everyone always loves. A warm salad, that's right, with lentils and pumpkin. If you try it, you'll be amazed. I start with a good pan where I add a splash of oil. Here we're going to add pumpkin. I've already peeled and diced it, about 2 cups or roughly 300 grams. We're going to stir it over medium or slightly higher heat. In this way, we'll brown the pumpkin. We're going to stir it every so often until you notice that the pumpkin is already soft. At that point, you can take it out of the pan and set it aside on a small plate, and it will be ready. The trick is that while it's still hot, as soon as you put it on the plate, you add salt and pepper, that is, black pepper on top so it starts to absorb the flavor, and also salt, as always, to your personal taste. Keep in mind that pumpkin tends to be a bit sweet, so adding a little extra salt never hurts. Mix well, and the residual heat helps the seasoning spread and dissolve perfectly. Next, in the same pan, a little bit of oil and half an onion, finely chopped. There you go. We're just going to cook it over medium heat until you notice it becomes soft and translucent. Then you add a bit of cumin, a bit of black pepper once again, and also salt. Mix very well because here we want the flavors to spread, so all the onion picks up a bit of that magic instead of passing it on to the rest of the ingredients. Once you've done that, you put the pumpkin back in with all its juices, because that's where part of the flavor is too. All right, we've got it. Give it a little mix. We want the temperature of all the ingredients to even out, and then you add spinach to taste. I add about half a package. There it is, always washed, of course. And the same thing, I'm going to stir the ingredients a bit so the temperatures even out, but I'm not going to cook it much. Why? Because I want the vegetables to still be fresh when you eat them. What I am going to do is add the last ingredient, which is cooked lentils. As you can see, I haven't used homemade lentils. I just grabbed a jar of pre-cooked lentils and rinsed them. It's that easy. And I add them directly while they're still cold to this pan. I turn off the heat and just use the residual heat. That's more than enough. All that's left is to give it a few stirs so everything heats up again, since the lentils cooled it down a bit, and then you can take this big pan with you. Look at how good that looks. A beautiful, easy, quick, colorful dish, and best of all, very healthy and very tasty, because that's always the most important thing. And I'm going to enjoy. Sometimes taking care of yourself is a real pleasure. And while we're at it, tell me in the comments what recipe you use when you want to take better care of yourself. Of course, tell me where you're watching the video from, and we'll travel the world with delicious ideas. Come on, together we're going to be unstoppable.